It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Drake May. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's...
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from Alabama.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, Cody did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he's going to have an Eagles first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Derek Nottie there to bring him down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Open man there. It is Bourne. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down. 3 to go. Try to pick this one up on the ground. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
On now for 4th down, Trenton Gill will punt it away. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try to get this one on the ground. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with him again. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Here's May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On 2nd down, they'll run. There he goes, inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back set to go once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one. Here's 3rd and 2. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down, Eagles.
He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Back to the air one more time. This one complete to Bourne. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Moss in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Eagles.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. On 1st and 10, here's May. Quick throw on target to Pickens. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, that's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man, that's Flowers. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Got his man. That's Grant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Bourne. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They go zone read here on 3rd and short. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. And that is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Throw across his body is complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. May to throw again. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's May again. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from 40 yards out. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 4 at 14-10.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. Romeo Doubs, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Jalen Hurts, sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Going to play a big role in who wins this one. Gibson now on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. May going to look to throw. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, here's May. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 2nd down. From out of the gun, here's May. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He will get this to the 35, a little short of the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. Trying trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score.
Let's go. Let's go.
Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw now, May. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is May. That's to the rookie from Florida State, Keon Coleman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he had to push through 1 tackler, but is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 43-yard line.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll look to throw yet again. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target, and in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Eagles will up the lead to 5.
Cowboys 16.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Gibson now on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Chop Robinson, the rookie out of Penn State, in there for the stop.
2nd and 6.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's May. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
May now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
That's into the hands of Coleman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, it's May. The throw on the run is complete. It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down. Working out of the gun, it's May. He runs with it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Now, May. And that is incomplete.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Moss in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. He's across midfield. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Well, this is the epitome, Mike, of short throw, long run. Everyone talks about the importance of these explosive plays, and of course a lot of them come through the passing game, but you don't always have to throw the ball deep downfield for a big gain. We're seeing more and more of these wide receivers in the NFL that with the ball in their hands, they turn into running backs.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Open man there, it is Bourne. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
The kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 28, Cowboys 19.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. May going to look to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's May. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, Mike, this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. That'll be batted down.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Complete to George Pickens. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
May to throw again. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Here's May again. He's got it at the 3. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 4th and goal.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing, and finally try to get him out of this groove.
The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He'll throw it left and has his running back. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to an E. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.